State lawmakers are reacting after Friday's home invasion turned kidnapping and armed robbery in St. Matthews. Armand Langford was arrested and charged after a multi-hour manhunt. Police say he kidnapped a woman and her 2 kids from a home, forcing them to drive to PNC Bank with a knife to her throat, where he demanded bank tellers hand over $28 grand. The woman was stabbed in the stomach during the alleged kidnapping. As Wave troubleshooters learned, Langford was out on shock probation less than 6 months into a 14-year prison sentence for a string of armed robberies in 2021. The legislator behind a sweeping criminal justice reform bill says this is the kind of situation the new law was supposed to prevent.
The meat of the bill was focused on violent criminals, repeat violent criminals that continue to terrorize our cities and in other counties across the state.
That's State Rep Jared Bowman of Louisville talking about 2024's House Bill 5, also called the Safer Kentucky Act. He believes that it would have prevented Friday's violent kidnapping turned bank robbery from happening in the first place. Here's why. For instance, up until July 15, 2024, anyone convicted of robbery in the second degree would have had to serve 20% of their sentence before becoming parole eligible. The law changed that serve rate to at least 85%. There are concerns around the changes, especially when 3 strikes comes into play, when a third violent felony offense mandates an automatic life sentence. But the changes to serve rate matter significantly to Armand Langford's case. In February 2024, he was sentenced to 14 years on robbery and burglary charges. By October, he was out of custody on shock probation. The law change came just months short, but if it had been in effect, Langford would likely not have been eligible for a probationary release. That doesn't sit well with Bowman, who says HB 5 was supposed to close a revolving door for violent crime and repeat offenders.
I mean, if we apply some good common sense decision making to whether or not we release violent individuals back into our community, then this crime does not happen. We shouldn't need House Bill 5 to know that letting someone out after serving 5 months of a 14-year sentence for violent crimes is just inexcusable and dangerous.
We've reached out to Judge Jessica Green in this case, who granted Langford shock probation. She declined to comment. Meanwhile, Bowman says he wants to see a full review of all judicial decisions in Jefferson County.
We've got law enforcement and Chief Humphrey doing everything they can in our community to go after violent criminals and the juvenile crime issue. All we need is some support from the judiciary. We got 3 branches of government here, and the law's not the problem. The enforcement's not the problem. The judiciary is the problem. We have got to apply a different method for decision making for these violent criminals in Jefferson County, because what we're doing today is not working.
Now, Langford is being held on a $1 million bond. He's supposed to be arraigned Monday morning.